Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles getting set to host Jake Fromm and the New York Giants. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the NFL on Fox. Hope everybody's had a great holiday season. Kenny Albert along with Super Bowl champion Jonathan Vilma, Sarah Walsh down on the field. Eagles started this season 2-5, but they've won 5 of their last 7 games, and the run game a big reason why.
Run game, correct. Now, we talk about Jalen Hurts and the offensive line. Miles Sanders is the catalyst. He's the reason. As he's been healthy, that run game has been going. Has a little LeSean McCoy to him. I love his vision, his ability to bounce, and because of him, they've run their way to winning 5 out of the last 7.
2 longtime rivals, Eagles and Giants, coming up next. Their stadium separated by only 85 miles of turnpike. It's always sunny in Philadelphia on December 26th. 53 degrees.
The Eagles have their head coach here after Nick Sirianni spent the week isolated in a hotel battling COVID. He called the challenge a great opportunity to practice being consistent, was in all the meetings via Zoom. Now, the Eagles understand just how critical today's game is going to be to their playoff plans. They are fighting for that final wild card spot, which Jalen Hurts describes as a good situation for them because he told us we are focused on the now, controlling what we can moving forward and attacking everything in front of us. And Kenny, he said it starts this week.
Thanks, Sharon. Giants won the toss. They defer. Graham Gano will get things started. We are underway in Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell from the goal line. All right, here we go. They've rushed for at least 175 yards in 7 straight games. Eagles start from their 23 with Miles Sanders in the backfield. Hurts throwing. Only quarterback leading his team in rushing yards and rushing TDs so far this season.
Yeah, Pro Bowl alternate. First time as a full-time starter all year. And you got to thank the offensive line. They've really helped him out. Miles Sanders as well in that run game. Jason Kelce, the center, he's a Pro Bowler in his own regard. I mean, they've got a really good thing going with that offensive line, the running backs, and also Jalen Hurts.
On 2nd and 10, catch is made at the 29-yard line for a gain of 6 by Devontae Smith.
And here's a running game with Miles Sanders. I talked about him in the open. I talked about a little bit of that LeSean McCoy in him. That's because he has such good lateral quickness. You see all these runs are hitting the perimeter, and the offensive line, they just have to hold on for that split second, and he gets out there and
on first down, Fromm hands it off. This is Barkley. And he gains a yard out to the 38. 2nd down and 9. Fromm swings it out. Barkley is met back at the 34-yard line. The 4-time Pro Bowler Darius Slay. As we check out the Eagles defense.
And speaking of Mr. Pro Bowler Darius Slay, tremendous in one-on-one coverage, tremendous in zone. What I really love, and defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon said, he is so unselfish. He comes up, makes tackles, as we just saw. He'll take on blocks. That's why he's a Pro Bowler, and that's why this defense has gotten so much better.
Third down and 13 for Jake Fromm and the Giants. Fromm was hit as he got rid of the football. So the Giants go 3 and out and will punt it away. Josh Sweat with the pressure.
Yeah, Josh Sweat working on the edge on the backup, Matt Parrott. That would be where Nate Solder is. He gets that pressure on Jake Fromm, and Jake Fromm's going to have to understand it's a little bit quicker than college. Once I plant on my back foot, I've got to get that ball out. Again, not bad because you're ending with a kick, but he's going to have to speed up his reads mentally to get the ball out faster.
So Riley Dixon waiting back at his 20-yard line. Jalen Reagor is deep for Philadelphia. Eagles defense forcing a 3-and-out. No score in Philadelphia. Look at their offensive line.
Yeah, it's led by center Jason Kelce, Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce. Nick Sirianni, head coach, compares him to Phillip Rivers, how smart he is, the way he sees the game. And I love the thing that Hurts said. The biggest compliment was Hurts said, one day I hope to see the game the same way he does. And he's got a little of that, jerk to him. Every good offensive line always has that one or two guys that are pretty nasty when they get into it.
Sirianni coached Rivers last season in Indy. Eagles start from the 15-yard line, and this is Sanders. After we saw 3 pass plays on the opening drive, Miles Sanders gains 11. It's time to celebrate. Fox Super 6 has given away over $6 million in cash prizes. You have a chance to win more. Scan the QR code now to enter Fox Super 6's NFL Sunday Challenge contest for a free chance to win $100,000 of Terry's money. It's not too late to enter, so play now.
Well, ho, ho, ho. Is that Santa Claus? They booed him last time, threw snow at him, right?
Split out wide to the left. As Fromm throws, he was looking for Kadarius Toney, who returns to the Giants lineup today. Jake Fromm, 3-year starter at Georgia, record of 35-7. We'll look at his collegiate numbers. 78 touchdowns, only 18 picks. 3rd down and 5.
Evan Ingram is down at the bottom.
Movement prior to the snap. And this play blown dead.
Now they're really playing like the Philly Eagles defense that everyone has come to know over the past 4 or 5 years. And it's because he listens. I love that. He takes the vet, understands vets play ball. They know the game too. So let's work on this together.
Giants on the Eagles side of the field. Pass incomplete. This is Devontae Booker. They're down at 7. Giants must get to the 35 for a first down. Fromm hit as he throws. Again, it was Josh Sweat applying the pressure.
My goodness. That literally looked like a jailbreak by that defensive line. I could circle literally everyone on this as they all go. Josh Sweat's coming around. Derek Barnett's coming around. Alex Singleton. Jesus, they meet at the quarterback. And Jake Fromm, lucky to get that ball out fast enough. Whew.
Fromm has started the game just 1 of 5. Reagor is back deep for the Eagles.
And if you're a Giants fan, that's really to be expected. Jake Fromm, say 1 of 5. What's he doing? Look, it is his first start going against one of the best, if not the best, front fours that get after the quarterback. And then you have Pro Bowler and Darius Slay locking down your best wide receiver. I mean, this is a tall task. Might have gotten that ball out before it's almost going forward, but too late now to get the punt off.
Reagor lets it go, and it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. There is a flag. Christmas weekend in Philadelphia. Second down and 5. It's Barkley again. Wrapped up at the 44-yard line. Alex Singleton, the Eagles' leading tackler this season. 3rd down and 4. As they keep it on the ground. And Fletcher Cox comes up to wrap up Saquon Barkley.
I'm only a fan of that if you're going to go for it on 4th down, which is exactly what they're going to do, and actually going hurry up, try to catch this Eagles defense by surprise. Okay, I don't like that at all.
Giants make a line change.
Made a whole team change. It went from offense to special teams.
They send out the punting unit.
Yeah. Not a fan of that at all. If you're going to do that, you might as well try to pass the football.
Rager calls for the fair catch at the 17-yard line. 2nd down and 10. And Sanders is out across the 30. Picks up an Eagles 1st down. Gain of 15.
Yeah, remember the vision I told you about with Miles Sanders, reminiscent of LaShawn McCoy? Watch how he's able to go all the way inside, press, and then goes right where the hole is, bounces out.
Second down and 4. Fromm's pass is ruled incomplete. Big hit laid on intended receiver
Epps
Pharoh Cooper.
With a clean hit. Let's emphasize that, with a clean bang. Listen to this one, Kenny. Oh. Yeah, man, we're up here in what, the 300, 400 level. We heard that all the way up here. That was a big blow. That is a Philly defense right there for you.
So Cooper exits, 3rd down and 4. Giants get the snap away in time. And Fromm's pass once again gets batted back. Hargrave getting a piece of it, and that's how the first quarter will come to an end. Jalen Hurts after 1 in Philadelphia. Freddie Kitchens, who took over for Jason Garrett. There is a flag. From the 34 on 1st down. From fires downfield, and it is nearly picked off. Darius Slay had it and dropped it.
How does he drop this? All right, he times it up. He sees it. I can't even say the sun. Oh, now he's saying the sun. All right, fine. We'll say the sun. But, I mean, he lined it up like a center fielder, and he had it. Yeah, that's sun. Oh, there it is. Yeah, all right. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a Pro Bowler. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Fromm's pass incomplete. And the Giants keep it on the ground on 3rd down. Fletcher Cox, Josh Sweat able to bring down Saquon Barkley.
I don't get it. I'm at a loss for words. They were in plus territory series before that. Ran the ball on 3rd down, then punted. Now you're running the ball on 3rd and 10.
We got a lot of big names here, like today's fans in the stands, the Freak Brothers. If you haven't seen this new show on Tubi, starring Woody Harrelson, Pete Davidson, John Goodman, and Tiffany Haddish, you're missing the dopest comedy around. Stream the Freak Brothers free on Tubi.
Did Kenny just say dopest? I can't believe this.
That's what the card says. You put a card in front of me, I'll read it.
Kenny's so dope. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this.
You can read the next one.
That's my Christmas gift. I never thought you'd say that. This is beautiful.
There's Jordan Howard. His first carry today, out to the 29. Hurts looking on third down. And now he fires, and it's caught by Smith. DeVonta Smith in Giants territory. That's the biggest play of the day so far for Philadelphia. 22 yards.
Yeah, DeVonta Smith is going to run across, and once that motion happened, you saw the secondary actually start to break down. They had a miscommunication. That's a nice job, DeVonta Smith. Really nice job, Jalen Hurts, holding on to the football with two hands and getting the ball to the receiver.
Here's Sanders. He found a big hole and picks up an Eagles first down to the Giants 35.
Yeah, there we go. Waste no time. Get right back up there, line up the football, and go ahead and run, man.
13 yards for Miles Sanders.
There you go, and look, Jason Kelce with the key block. You just see him just demolish Cam Brown. Wow.
From the Giants 35, a pump fake from Hurts.
Nice
now
pass.
He throws, and it is Reagor. 3 consecutive plays, 3 consecutive first downs, gain of 13.
Nice pass. See DeVonta Smith clearing it out, and that was just enough space for Jalen Hurts to put a dime.
From the Giants 22. This play blown dead. Movement prior to the snap.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 20. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
That's number 20 for the Giants, Julian Love. Play clock winding down. Hurts on third down. Catch is made by Reagor. There is a flag. Reagor with first down yardage. There's Jake Elliott from 41 from the right hash. He had connected on 17 consecutive field goal attempts. Split backs, Barkley and Booker from the 31-yard line. On the delay, it's Barkley and Fletcher Cox right there to bring him down. There's Barkley, tries to spin, out of trouble, and it's Derek Barnett who comes up to make the tackle.
Man, works a nice swim move right to the inside on Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas had no chance on that play. Saquon Barkley tries to spin out of it, but I love to get Saquon involved. Going to be tough if you have guys like Derek Barnett eating his lunch in the backfield every time. Now, here is where I would expect Joe Judge to run the football. You're backed up. You don't want to have anything worse happen. Just punt the football afterwards.
Let's see what he has in mind. Third down and 15. They do hand it off to Booker. Jalen Reagor is deep. Dixon punting from his 25. Reagor takes it out of bounds. Out to the 40. Setting up excellent field position for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense. Giants head coach Joe Judge grew up in Philadelphia. We asked him about his favorite Eagles as a youngster. First name he mentioned, Vi Sikahema. Judge was 10 years old at the time when Vi returned the punt 87 yards for a touchdown against the Giants. Logan Ryan, who grew up in South Jersey, watching this rivalry. Second down and 10. Hurts fires downfield, looking for Smith. He's got it. DeVonta Smith makes the catch and is marked down at the Giants' 14-yard line, a 46-yard connection.
Look at his speed. I think Bradbury just forgot who he was covering. You have to respect DeVonta Smith's speed. He tried to speed turn after that and catch up.
Hurts on second down. Moving to his right. Now throws, and there is a flag.
That's nice man coverage. Nate Herbig signaling it's on defense.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense number 99. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Leonard Williams. Coming up, the Verizon halftime with Kurt, Terry, and Michael. Tim Boyle in for Jared Goff. Tom Brady and the Bucs bounce back after they were shut out last week. And will the Rams clinch a spot in the postseason? All coming up during the Verizon halftime. Here's Elliott. Miss from 41 earlier in the quarter. From the left hash, this will be a 22-yard attempt. Jake Elliott ties the game at 3. And now this from Uber Eats and Bud Light Seltzer.
Tonight, I'll be eating a double bacon burger with tots. Thank you.
And no sharing?
Guys, I'm just gonna take it one tot at a time, you know? Protect the burger, get back to fundamentals. I'm just gonna eat 110%.
Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tot Eyes?
Have you tried these yet?
Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tot Eyes, the loudest flavors ever.
3-3 game here in Philadelphia. Just under 2 minutes remaining.
We're going to be in it. Fourth quarter.
Giants will start from their 25 in Jake Fromm's first NFL start. We'll take you back to the 2018 National Championship game. The starting quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and Jake Fromm.
Yeah, I remember that game like it was yesterday.
Alabama won that game in overtime, led by Tua. The comeback, 26-23. Fromm's pass is caught, but a loss of 3 yards. Second down and 12. Giants will also get the ball first in the third quarter. Fromm's pass was intended for Kadarius Toney, Giants' first-round pick out of Florida. On third down and 12, Giants keep it on the ground once again, and there is a flag.
He's out of his backed-up territory.
Second down and 3. As Fromm could not find anyone downfield, and he gains a yard, marked out at the 39. Bunch formation to the right side. Second down and 5. As Fromm's pass is intended for Kadarius Toney. Third down and 5. Fromm under pressure, rolling right. Now with 26 seconds remaining, it'll be fourth down and 5 for the Giants. And they will send out the punting unit. Philadelphia with 1 timeout remaining. Dixon punting from his 40-yard line. Fair catch is called for by Rager at the 18.
It's 10-plus yards and see if he can make a go.
It'll be interesting to hear what Sarah has to say following her conversation with both head coaches at halftime. It's the 174th regular season meeting. For the first time, Jonathan, you've witnessed history. Giants and Eagles, 3-3 at the half. First half stats brought to you by Old Navy. Eagles with 60 rush yards. They've gone for at least 175, 7 straight games. 5-3. And a word from your local Fox station. Sarah Walsh has a new friend. Today's game flow brought to you by Progressive. With the Philadelphia Eagles and New York Giants tied 3 apiece. We get set for quarter number 3. Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Sarah Walsh from Lincoln Financial Field. Giants will get the ball first. Giants will start at their 25-yard line.
This is something where Philly really has to get better.
Giants start from the 25-yard line, nothing there. Eagles second down and 10. Fromm throws, and it's picked off. Intended for Galladay. And it's Rodney McLeod on the return.
And that's the way to start it off. Eagles defense setting the tone. If the offense isn't going to get it done, then we'll get it done. You see this pressure up front as they keep going. They run a tackle stunt. Jannard Avery gets right in there. Doesn't allow Jake Fromm to follow through. You could have been called for. He literally wraps his face mask. That should have been a penalty. I can see why Jake Fromm wasn't able to follow through anymore. But either way, they missed the call. The officials miss it. Ball pops up in the air, and Rodney McLeod gets the interception. That's the way to start this Eagles offense off on the right note.
15th pick for McLeod in his career. Sarah mentioned Miles Sanders' return questionable, so Jordan Howard in the backfield. Off the fake to Howard. Hurts swings it out. This is Goddard inside the 10, still going. Touchdown. From the 19-yard line on first down. Hurts to the outside. It's Howard. Howard knocked out of bounds after picking up a first down to the Giants' 10.
Just shows how hard it is for these offenses to move the ball.
3rd and goal. This is Boston Scott, and he is in for an Eagles touchdown.
Watch him going in motion, and then you're going to see the blocking after that. He goes and kicks out. Nate Herbig leading up on Logan Ryan. No chance for Logan Ryan. A nice walk-in touchdown for Philadelphia, and what a way to start the second half. Starting to look like a potential playoff team.
The interception by McLeod. Short field. Scott into the end zone. Extra point is good. Eagles have their first lead of the day. Boston Scott loves playing against New York. 12 career touchdowns, 8 have come against the Giants.
Yeah, that's his favorite team, favorite defense to go against. Look at that. And look at that, Kenny. They're having fun. We run the ball, run into the end zone. That's Jordan Mailata. Talking about, I hit him in the mouth. I pancaked him. It was all good, bro. It's all good.
First touchdown of the game on either side. Eagles now lead 10-3. Giants offense back out onto the field.
And we see Pro Bowler Jason Kelsey talking it through with Jeff Stoutland.
Giants start from the 25.
Oh, my goodness.
As Fromm is taken down by the rookie out of Louisiana Tech, Milton Williams.
Jonathan Gannon called the perfect defense for this. He literally runs right into this pressure. Milton Williams is there. If Milton Williams doesn't get him, Jannard Avery's going to get him. There's no chance. Absolutely no chance. And unfortunately, you put him in a 2nd and long, and it's obvious you're going to try to figure out a way, get the ball to Saquon Barkley, and they're just going to dial up and key on that if you're the defense.
Second sack for Williams this season. Here's Barkley.
What a play.
And a nice tackle made from behind by Avery.
Genard Avery having himself a whale of a game, and here's Jake Fromm. It's been as expected. The pressure from the defensive front four in particular. Got lucky there, didn't have the interception, but those throws have been off. It's been inaccurate. Only positive I can say outside of that interception by Rodney McLeod is that he's held up his part of, hey guys, I'm just going to make sure we kick at the end of each series. Yeah, this is tough.
On third down, catch made by Slayton. But he was met immediately by Steven Nelson. So the Giants will punt it away. Giants, Dixon will punt it away from his 15-yard line. Rager is deep. Rager at the 40. Across midfield. Cuts to the outside. Rager down the sideline and is finally forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Jalen Rager, nice play calling. Jalen Rager splits it right up the gut, and this is why they drafted him in the first round. He has that explosion, that ability, not just as a wide receiver, but a punt returner as well, to get that ball out in the open, and boy, is he dangerous. They are lucky this was not a touchdown. Nice run by Rager, nice blocking by the special teams.
39 yards on the return, only a 27-yard punt. That's the longest punt return by the Eagles this season. Cullen Gillespie was the injured Giant. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Elliott 1 for 2 today from the left hash. Eagles lead by 10. 39-yard return by Rager. Step things up for the Eagles, but the Giants hold it to 3.
Find some time for Jake Fromm, and then Nick Sirianni doing exactly what he needed. How they do it? Explosive plays. That's what they started doing.
Well, Tuesday, the San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl is on Fox. Catch Dorian Thompson-Robinson as he leads UCLA in a showdown against number 18 North Carolina State. Kicks off at 7:30 Eastern, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Will Santa be there? Is it too late?
Well, Mike Glennon, who started the last 3 games for the Giants, speaking of North Carolina State, comes in relief of Jake Fromm, and penalty flags on his first play of the day.
Illegal snap. Offense on the 69. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Veteran 30 career starts, including each of the last 3 games for the Giants. That's the first catch today, made by Kenny Golladay.
We set.
Second down and 9. Glennon moving to his right, and his pass incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Evan Engram. Third down and 9. Glennon's pass incomplete. Over the head of Kenny Golladay. Giants will punt it away. Dixon punting from his 15. Rolls out of bounds around the 42-yard line. Excellent field position for the Eagles here in Philadelphia. They lead by 10. Eagles start from the 43-yard line. This is Boston Scott up the middle across midfield. Second down and 1. Hurts fires downfield. And this pass is caught by Quez Watkins.
This is Jalen Reagor, Quez Watkins going up, fakes like he's going out, and it goes right back to the middle of the field. Designed big plays. Jalen Hurts capitalizing on that, get them in the red zone, and then it's run, easy pass.
3rd and goal. Hurts rolling right, throws to the end zone.
Did he stay in bounds?
No signal yet. Now there it is. Touchdown. So the Eagles extend their lead as Hurts connects with Devontae Smith.
Look at that.
Delayed signal by the officials. Both feet down.
That's gorgeous.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
That is beautiful. Why'd they draft this guy first round? This is why. Look at the awareness. He catches the ball and then drags both feet for the touchdown. Just nice play all around. Devontae Smith really coming into his own.
All scoring plays are reviewed. It was ruled a touchdown on the field. Lance Clark awaiting the official word.
Take another look at it, Kenny, and left foot looks like it's inbounds, and you can see the rubber come up on the right.
After reviewing the play, ruling is incomplete.
Oh.
4th down.
So the points have been taken off the board, and Smith can't believe it.
Oh, what did they see?
Watch the ball, watch the feet.
Oh, there it is. You notice when he hit the ground, the ball bobbled. So because it bobbled, he did not have. On the further review, what?
They will continue to check out the replays. We'll be back.
Credit Union Holiday Bowl, Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on Fox.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Initially ruled a touchdown, then it was taken away. After further review, it is an Eagles TD.
That's officially the first time I have seen the first replay get overturned, the same footage then get overturned from that overturn.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. And a look at the 3rd quarter drives.
There it is.
Nick Sirianni said, we need to do whatever we have to do to score. Rodney McLeod came up with the interception. Reagor with the big punt return. And it adds up to 17 third quarter points. Now Mike Glennon back onto the field. 17-point game. As Glennon hands it off. And again, the Eagles defense swarming. From the 38, Glennon's pass complete. Evan Engram knocked out of bounds after a gain of 2. Glennon fires, and that's off the hands of Darius Slayton.
Yeah, business decision.
Yes.
Oh, don't go talking trash now.
3rd down and 8. Glennon looking for Engram. Giants will punt it away. Reagor is deep, had that 39-yard return earlier this quarter. That's a bounce. 17 third quarter points, Jonathan, for the Eagles. It all started with this Rodney McLeod interception.
That's right. The pressure up front got the interception, led to the Boston Scott touchdown. Jalen Reagor making his presence felt. Nice big return, setting up a field goal. And then Jalen Hurts going deep to Quez Watkins, someone he's been wanting to get involved. And Devontae caps it off with that beautiful touchdown.
All Eagles here in the third quarter. Held to 3 points in the first half. 17 here in the third. And they're doing it without Miles Sanders. Second down and 6. Off the fake to Howard. Pass caught by Watkins.
Before the next year, yes.
Third down and 3. Eagles convert. It's Goddard. Picks up the Philadelphia first down out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 16. Third quarter comes to an end. Eagles looking to move up in the NFC playoff race. Staying alive, leading the Giants by 17.
Took some smelling salts at halftime. Offense started making plays. Really, offense just started catching the football. Special teams started making plays. Defense has been outstanding since the first half and did more of that with Rodney McLeod interception.
Hurts throws, catch made at third quarter. Hurts underneath, it's Howard. Howard close to another Eagles first down. There's Hurts off the fake. And a flag at the end of the play.
Well, there you have it. You heard how the Giants feel.
Personal foul, grabbing the helmet opening. Defense number 20. A 15-yard penalty will be added at the end of the play. First down.
And that is a very good call. That makes sense. I thought they were going to go for unnecessary roughness because he started his half slide, but Julian Love definitely went around that helmet area. He's looking, he doesn't agree with it, but we saw it in slow motion. Kenny, looked good to me.
So a new set of downs for the Eagles from the Giants 21.
And right back in the red zone.
There's Howard. Howard gains 6 down to the 15. It's Howard again. And Howard has another Philadelphia first down to the Giants 9.
Yeah, and you noticed the Eagles offense, they keep running to the right. That's Nate Herbig, Lane Johnson.
Led Zoom meetings, watch practice via Zoom.
Yeah, the Eagles fans all ticked off. Doesn't want it to move. That'd be a big blow. 2 running backs out.
Off the fake to Boston Scott. To the end zone. Touchdown, Lane Johnson. The right tackle.
Is he going to get up there, Kenny? Oh, he can't get up there.
Is that a link leap?
I don't know what that was. Oh, man, I love it. They're all having fun. Lane Johnson, he's just hiding out right there. Act like you're blocking, act like you're blocking. Oh, whip around. Eligible receiver. Oh, look at him. High step after he catches it. Eagles are having fun. They're having fun now.
Wonder if Sirianni drew that one up in the hotel room.
He drew up everything but the link jump.
The link leap.
The link leap. Who doesn't want to see an offensive lineman score a touchdown try his best with his 18-inch vertical to get up. He can't get there, but the fans love him anyway. And I'm so happy for Lane Johnson because he gets the Santa hat. And we talked about way back, right? Philly fans know this. He battled mental health issues. And because of that, he took time off. He comes back. He's been a part of the team. Everyone welcomed him back. And that was just an awesome moment for him and the Eagles fans.
Great point. Three-time Pro Bowler. First career reception. First career touchdown. Big second half for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you just wipe out that first half and you say, Jalen Hurts, I can see why he's a Pro Bowl alternate, dropping dimes all over the place. By the way, this was in the pocket. It wasn't like he was just running out and then started making up plays, drawing it in the dirt. Yes, sir, you get to yell and scream because you've had a whale of a second half, and I can see why Sirianni is so high on Jalen.
Movement prior to the snap.
Ball start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Andrew Thomas.
And there's Kelsey, Pro Bowler, man. That's what it's all about. Just as happy for him as when they rush for 235 yards, as they've done multiple times. Even Devontae Smith getting in on it. I think they're still laughing because he couldn't even get halfway up on that link leap.
He'll take it.
I'll take it. 18-inch vertical, he would put it to work.
Lennon's pass picked off, and it's Alex Singleton who takes it all the way back into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Speaking of defensive scores,
I love that even more. I love that. Wow, how good. Here's Singleton, but McLeod is the reason that Singleton gets this touchdown. Pass breakup on Kadarius Toney. Singleton makes the best of it. But how good can this Philly team be when you're creating turnovers, you're getting them in bunches, you're rushing the football? And I get it, this is the Giants, this is not the Bucs or the Rams, but the point is, they're executing the way they need to, particularly in the second half.
Singleton's second career touchdown. Eagles with 34 consecutive points.
Showed you offensive line getting in on the action. Alex Singleton, the defense said, hey, we want a part of this too. Love it. Absolutely love it. They've been outstanding all game long. And now this looks like a team. Offense, defense, special teams. They're all complimenting each other. Hey, yeah, sure, yeah, I caught that, no problem, coach, no big deal. Yeah, I ran him for a touchdown. It's all good. Yeah, put me on offense.
So who had back-to-back touchdowns for Lane Johnson and Alex Singleton in the pool today? Next Sunday, race for the playoffs continues on Fox with a huge doubleheader. Full slate of games with playoff implications. And it all starts with America's #1 pregame show. Check local listings for the matchups in your area only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
That's a big one, Kenny. You're talking about seeding to be the 2 or 3 or the 1 seed. Cardinals have lost 2 in a row. They're looking to find their way back. These last 2 weeks, it's going to be fun. I can't wait.
And then for the first time ever, week 18 in the National Football League.
But as a fan, your team has a chance every... Oh!
That pass nearly intercepted by T.J. Edwards.
Oh! And he almost looked like a tight end catching that. I can't say receiver, he's too big. But then he showed why he's a defensive guy. He's got bricks for hands.
He wants a piece of the action after watching the touchdown scored by the offensive lineman and the linebacker.
Yeah, he just let the ball beat him up, though. I can't say it enough. These next 2 weeks, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Exciting races in both conferences.
Yes.
With the addition over the last couple of years of the third wild. Second down and 8. Glennon swings it out. Fonte Booker tackled at the 47-yard line by Zach McPherson, the rookie out of Texas Tech. If you joined us late, believe it or not, this was a 3-3 game at the half.
We are not lying to you. We swear it was 3-3. Start of the second half, start of the third quarter. Giants had Eagles right where they wanted, and Eagles just exploded.
Picked by Robbie McLeod. Glennon lost the football, and this play is blown dead. Following the pressure by Derek Barnett. Giants' longest pass play has been 11 yards from Glennon to Golladay. This is Kadarius Toney, and he is cut down. So the Giants with a 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Eli Penny. Under 6 minutes remaining. Eagles on their way to their 8th consecutive win over the Giants here at Lincoln Financial Field. Nick Sirianni was not sure if he would be able to coach today. Eagles had a plan in place, but Sirianni is here on the sidelines. Penny. Glennon's pass broken up, nearly picked off. Sachere able to get a hand on it.
But Glennon is throwing into some tight windows. He really got after it.
Glennon to the end zone. He was looking for Golladay.
Zach McPherson literally baited him into that throw, and this is why Glennon got pulled the first time. There's no reason, if you have the corner staring you down, there's no reason to try to go high over the top of him. He's playing you. If he had better hands, it would be another interception for Glennon.
Jonathan, a huge day for the Eagles defense.
Oh yeah, for as much as we were talking about the Eagles offense being lackluster and flat, you had the pick and the start the second half, you had the sacks, Milton Williams right there, and then of course cap it off with Alex Singleton getting a touchdown for the defense. They came to play today the whole time. And I don't care what you say about the Giants offense and they don't have anybody, they're not good. The point is, they suffocated them. They did not let them get started at any point in this game.
Following the timeout on second down. Pass incomplete, there is a flag.
Illegal shift. Offense number 28. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Glennon underneath. Catch made by Golladay.
And, you know, we said it earlier, actually to start the game, Kenny, where we said the difference the last time they met was 4 turnovers by the Eagles, none by the Giants. Reverse that today, and you see the score.
Eagles +2. Glennon stays on his feet and now throws to the corner of the end zone. It deflects away from Kenny Golladay. He scored a touchdown earlier in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's solidifying. Quarterback is playing well. Defense is playing well.
There's Lane Johnson. He scored a touchdown earlier in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, he solidified that offensive line. He came back. They put him right in as soon as he came back. And you've seen the production since he's been in there. And his running mate, Jason Kelsey, man, those are 2 good offensive linemen.
We welcome those of you who have just joined us following the Rams' 30-23 victory over the Vikings. Kenny Albert with Jonathan Vilma and Sarah Walsh, Nick Sirianni's Eagles leading the Giants 34-10. It was a 3-3 game at halftime. Eagles have outscored the Giants 31-7 here in the second half. Couple of touchdown passes for Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts stepped up in the second half. Defense carried him through. And we're watching Joe Judge because he really had no options with Jake Fromm and Mike Glennon. And there's Jalen Hurts. He had himself. What he needed to do is exactly what Sirianni is asking of him. He needed to just make 3 or 4 big plays. That's it. Do not force the issue. He admittedly said he did that the first time they played, had 3 interceptions, and you see the outcome when he just plays within the system.
Giants set up for the onside kick. It's recovered by Devontae Smith of Philadelphia. .3 at the half. Rodney McLeod with the interception early in the third quarter. Boston Scott took it in for a touchdown, and then Jalen Reagor with a big punt return, 39 yards. That led to an Eagles field goal. Devontae Smith with a touchdown later in the third. And then Hurts to the right tackle, Lane Johnson, his first career reception, and a link leap. And then McLeod getting a hand on it. Alex Singleton brought it back all the way for the Eagles' 5th defensive score of the season. And now Gardner Minshew in at quarterback for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 17 of 29, 199 yards, and a couple of touchdown passes.
Second half, it was really, really good, Jalen Hurts. And, you know, if you take some of those drops in the first half, turn those into completions, that 17 out of 29 looks a lot better. But I like the way he's progressed. You know, it's interesting when Eagles fans talk about him and you say, well, he runs out of the pocket too much, etc. That is his MO. That is what he did at Oklahoma, what he did at Alabama. Like, that is who he is. So I appreciate a guy like Sirianni who says, look, we're okay with him running out of the pocket. We just need him a few times to make plays in the pocket.
Third down and 2. Boston Scott picks up an Eagles first down. 3.5 to play. Second down and 7. Boston Scott to the Giants 30. Short of a first down, we hit the 2-minute warning. Eagles flying here in Philadelphia. Win Bernfeld, Steve Malone. Pass incomplete, intended for Myrick.
Jason Kelsey, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson. Look at the 130 yards rushing, but this is the most important one. You got your eyes aren't lying to you. That is what really happened. Lane Johnson gets in for the touchdown. High stepped his way after the catch.
With the score tied at 3.
This was a team on a mission in the second half. They woke up, recognized who they are, where they are, what point in the season they're in, and every phase of the game, they stepped it up in the second half.
So Nick Sirianni, their head coach, in quarantine during the week, returns to the sidelines, and his team is victorious, 34-10 over the New York Giants. The State Farm postgame is coming up next. Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Eagles win it 34-10. We will return to Philadelphia right after these messages.
Great team win. Defense, you played your ass off the entire game. Awesome job. Awesome job. Hey, then we get a big play from special teams. Unreal job. Again, it took some time, offense, right? But we kept plugging away. That's why they play 4. That's why they play 4 quarters. And that the third and the fourth quarter went really well, offense. Great job. We overcame adversity, and we've been overcoming adversity all year. We've been doing it all year. We need to continue. We need everybody in this room. You're having the next 2 days off, as you know. We got to be smart. The COVID thing is real, right? We know that, right? We know that. So you got to be smart about when you're going out, wearing a mask, staying distance. Be smart. everybody in this room is so, so important, all right, to accomplish what we want to accomplish. And that's just winning this next game. All right, that's just winning this next game. All right, but we need everybody. Great team win, guys.
Hey, 2 days rest. Hey, take advantage. East Texas on 3. 1, 2, 3. East Texas.